Shalom to everyone. Today we're learning Zera Shimshon Parashat Terumah. Parashat Terumah is being sponsored by two families. Family of Avraham, Mr. Avraham Daniarov, and family of Nisim Akilov. And Be'ezrat Hashem, Yabi, what's the Refuah Shlema? Remember the name? Refuah Shlema Baruch Rafael ben Nekadam. שיהיה רפואה שלמה, רפואת הנפש ורפואת הגוף, וכן יהי רצון ונאמר אמן. And המבדיל בין חיים לחיים, this shiur should be also לעילוי נשמת אליעזר בן שרה-אוי. רוח השם תניחנו בגן עדן, וכן יהי רצון ונאמר אמן. And this shiur should be הצלחה to עם ישראל, פרנסה טובה to all those who come to learn תורת השם יתברך, וכן יהי רצון ונאמר אמן. מדרש רבה. In Midrash Rabbah it says, ועשו ארון עצי שיטים. Hashem said to Moshe Rabbeinu to make Aron HaKodesh for the Mishkan. Aron HaKodesh from acacia tree. Atzei Shitim. Why? So Shehinah should be in Mishkan. Hashem wants to bring his Shehinah in Mishkan. Dichtiv, it says in Iyov, Shaddai lo metzanuhu, shagi koach. Iyov said in his prophecy, Hashem's excellent power we can't find in this world. As if to say, Shehinah never comes down to this world. Before I start shiur, I want to say thank you to two rabbis that we were sitting with them in the Yortzeit past week, and they said that they're enjoying Zera Shimshon. Hashem should give bracha v'atzlacha to their houses, and all their wishes should come true. B'sha'ah she'amar HaKadosh Baruch Hu leMoshe, at the time when Hashem said to Moshe, Aseh li mishkan. Hashem said to Moshe Rabbeinu, build for me an tabernacle, mishkan, a movable temple. Bet HaMikdash is a temple that's staying in one place. But Mishkan is a small temple that they had to move around. Wherever they travel, they carry with them. My question is, why it is called Mishkan? You know, letter Mem in Hebrew, it's a prefix for the word from. Shochen means dwelling. Mishkan means from dwelling. Shochen is the word Shehinah. From Shehinah.
Shochen is money, no? No.
Bukhara is made shochel money, not shochen. Shochen is from the word Shehinah, that's dwelling. When I say Mishkan, from dwelling, what does that mean? Where is Hashem dwelling that this is from dwelling? Like Hashem said, put the Mishkan and I'll take my Shehinah where I rest from, I'm taking from there and put it over here. You know where Hashem is dwelling? It says, Ish v'ish hazachu Shehinah b'nehem. When in the house, husband and wife respect each other, Hashem's light is in their house. Hashem's Shehinah is in their house. So Shehinah is where? Shehinah was originally in Avraham Avinu's house. Then Yitzchak Avinu's house. Then Yaakov Avinu's house. And then when Hashem said, listen, after Yaakov Avinu, I cannot find myself place until you build where? Mishkan. But where was it originally? Avraham Avinu, Yitzchak Avinu, Yaakov Avinu. Okay? So we learn from here, when person has Bait Neiman Israel, Shehinah is in his house. Can we continue? We'll take care of it after the shiur. Okay? Yeah? בשעה שאמר הקדוש ברוך הוא למשה, עשה לי משכן, at the time when Hashem said to Moshe Rabbeinu, build me a tabernacle, היה מטמיע ואומר, Moshe Rabbeinu was like wondering, saying, what? I have to build Hashem Mishkan? What? Hashem's Shekinah is going to come there? Really? כבודו של הקדוש ברוך הוא. Moshe Rabbeinu says, Hashem, his honor, in the third person point of view, third point of language. כבודו של הקדוש ברוך הוא. What is it to Rabbi? כבוד הרב. He is כבודו של הקדוש ברוך הוא. Hashem is his honor. מלא עליונים ותחתונים. Who fills up the upper world and the lower world. והוא אומר, עשה לי משכן. And Hashem tells me that I should make him משכן. That's going to be dwelling in it. Who am I to build this? ועוד, and also, היה מסתכל ורואה. Moshe Rabbeinu is looking and seeing. שלמה עומד ובונה בית המקדש, שהוא גדול מן המשכן. שלמה המלך is building בית המקדש. What is bigger, בית המקדש or משכן? Of course בית המקדש. And now, ואומר, האומנם יושב אלוהים על הארץ? Shlomo HaMelech said, really possible that Hashem's Shekinah will be down in the earth? Amar Moshe. Moshe Rabbeinu said, ומה בית המקדש שהוא יותר ויותר מן המשכן? שלמה אומר כן, if Beit HaMikdash is so big, then Mishkan, and Shlomo HaMelech saying, what, Hashem Shekinah can be there? He says, my Mishkan is much smaller. My Mishkan is much smaller. Can Shekinah come there? One more time. Moshe Rabbeinu is trying to make Kal Vachomer. If Beit HaMikdash is bigger in size, and Shlomo HaMelech says, can Hashem Shekinah be dwelling here? Can dwell here? So my Mishkan is small, so for sure, can Shekinah come there? Really? In such a small place? Lekach Amar Moshe. Therefore Moshe Rabbeinu said, what do we say? Tehillim number 91. Yoshev Beseter Elyon. Hashem who's sitting in the upper hidden place. Betzel Shaddai Lonan. Who al kol briyotahu? He is sitting above everyone. Cannot be that Hashem will come to my small Mishkan, tiny Mishkan, v'hu tamu, and this is wondering. This is what said Moshe Rabbeinu regarding building the Mishkan. Can it be possible that Hashem will come to my small, tiny house? When Shlomo HaMelech made bigger, and what Shlomo HaMelech said, can it be possible Hashem is going to come to the earth, to the land? ולעמוד על ביאורו נקדים בפרק ב' דבבא בתרא. And in order to explain, we should start from the chapter 2 in Gemara Baba Batra, page 25a. סביר לרב ששת שהשכינה בכל מקום. Rav Sheshet said, Shehinah is where? Everywhere. Rav Wolkin used to say to us, when one student asked, said, Hashem is where? One student said, Rabbi, where is Hashem? You know what Rav Wolkin answered? Hashem is everywhere where you don't kick him out from. Mm-hmm. If you don't kick Hashem out from here, Hashem is here. If you don't kick out Hashem from there, Hashem is there. Hashem is everywhere, and unless you kick him out. When you kick him out, he leaves. וכתוב שם התוספות. And Tosfot wrote over there, בדיבור המתחיל לכל. דכל הנה אמוראי לד להוה. דתניא בברכות, שחייב אדם להתפלל נגד ירושלים. We have Braita that says what? In Gemara Berachot, it says person should pray always which side? East, towards Yerushalayim. From America, it's east. Why? So comes out Hashem is not everywhere. Hashem is only on east. And we just said Hashem is everywhere. Malo kol haaretz kevodo, right? Ela sabrik Rabbi Yishmael. No, they hold like Rabbi Yishmael. The Amar Shechina bechol makom ad kan leshono. Rabbi Yishmael says, really, Shehinah is everywhere. And this is the statement of the Braita. Perek Dale de Rosh Hashanah, in chapter 4 in Gemara Rosh Hashanah, page 31a, says, Nami Amrinan She'asara Masaod Nasa Shehinah. Hashem made 10 stops. Ulbasof Alta ve'yashva bimkoma. And in the end, Hashem went and he said in his high place, what Moshe Rabbeinu said, Yoshev Beseter Elyon. After 10 stops, Hashem went back to Shamayim. ואם כן, לא נשאלה שכינה בבית המקדש אחר שנחרב. If so, after בית המקדש was destroyed, Hashem Shekhinah is there or no? Guys, why are we going that far? Sha'alei Eliyahu, you came here today to learn Torah. Is Shekhinah here or no?
Yes.
Huh?
Yes.
Maybe yes, maybe not. You say yes. Molo Moshe said, wherever there is minyan, there is Shekhinah. V'shachanti betocham. Okay, now we'll understand it deeper. It says, after Beit HaMikdash got destroyed, comes out, Zera Shimshon is asking, so Shehinah left. He's not here anymore. Then we have problem with Gemara Megillah. Recently we finished in Daf Yomis, right? Gemara Megillah in page 28a says, Amrinan, Kavched Amud Aleph, Kidushatan af keshe'en shomamin. Even though it's desolate, I said that, broken down, empty, still, Kedusha is still there. Abandoned, thank you. Still, the Kedusha is there. The Avla Achara Churban Nish'ara Kedusha. Even after the destruction of the Beit HaMikdash, Gemara says, Kedusha is still there. והכבוד חכמים בפילושו הירושלמי. ספר כבוד חכמים מפרש. He gives explanation on Yerushalmi, Perek Dal de Berachot, Halacha Hey, chapter 4 in Gemara Berachot, Law 5. Piresh, de Peligi Beha, I Amrinan, de Makom Beit HaMikdash, Haya Makom Kavu, Miyuchad LaAshrat Shechina, Vu Makom Mekudash Me'olam Va'ad Olam, Ukdushat HaMakom Garma, Shelo Tistalek HaShechina, Afilu Bechurbanom. Do we say that even after the destruction of Beit HaMikdash, the Shehinah is still there or no? Or Dilma, or maybe. En makom ze kavod l'ashrat Shehinah me'olam. Beit HaMikdash place was never place for Shehinah to be there. רק כל זמן שהצדיקים בעולם. Guys, I did not know this. What causes Shehinah to be in Beit HaMikdash? Huh? Korban?
People.
Which people?
Us.
Jews.
Do you know what he says? I never paid attention to this. He says, כל זמן שהצדיקים בעולם, שורה השכינה באדם, ואז בחר השם בציון. As long as there are tzadikim in this world, they are good, doing good things, because of their zechut, Shekhinah goes down to place of Beit HaMikdash. So if there's no tzaddikim, there's no Shehinah. It's not because the place is holy, you bring korbanot there. No. It's the way we act. If we act the way Torah Jew has to act, Shehinah is in the Beit HaMikdash place. So who brings the Shehinah down? People. Not korbanot. After people doing good actions, Hashem comes, then you bring korbanot. רק כל זמן שהצדיקים בעולם שולה השכינה באדם, ואז בחר השם בציון. After tzadikim doing good actions, then Hashem puts his Shekhinah, only then Hashem chooses Yerushalayim as a holy place. וכשיש רשעים, נסתלקה השכינה ונתבטלה כל הקדושה. When they are רשעים, Shekhinah goes away, all the kedusha is gone. ואין שם באורך. And look over there, in the Pirush Kavod Chachamim. וזהו ביור המדרש. And this is what Midrash explains. כשאמר הקדוש ברוך הוא למשה, when Hashem said to Moshe Rabbeinu, ועשו לי מקדש, make me a holy dwelling. What? Sanctuary. ושכנתי בתוכם. Sanctuary is one. And Hashem says, I will be dwelling in them. In them how many? Many. 2 and more. נתקשה למשה. Moshe Rabbeinu had difficulty understanding all this. למה אמר מקדש ולא משכן? It says what? ועשו לי מקדש. What's מקדש? Sanctuary. It's bigger place. ושכנתי בתוכם, נתקשה למשה, למה אמר מקדש ולא משכן? Why Hashem said, make me a mikdash, if really he told him to do mishkan? What's mishkan? Movable, not
Stationary.
Not stationary.
I have a question, Rabbi.
Yes.
Did they do this so other people could learn how to? Cause
ברוכים הבאים, חברים.
did they do this for some Jews to learn more Torah and all that, so they could go and pray in this small little thing where it goes everywhere?
Hashem did this to have Shehinah in one place, that everyone should gather there, yes.
It's also moving, no?
Huh?
It's not one place, it's also moving. Travels with it, as long as they're with it.
Until Shlomo HaMelech built Beit HaMikdash, it was movable.
How did they
After that, you can't build anywhere anymore.
move? How did they move?
Like such a moving.
They were folded, unfolded, they were carrying. It was done with many miracles. Moshe Rabbeinu would fold it and unfold it by himself.
Почему сейчас не строят, никак не хотят построить в Иерусалиме?
Be'ezrat Hashem. Скоро.
Может быть, сначала надо построить, потом построить.
Сперва надо учиться про него, потом Hashem нам скажет, окей, вы готовы. Потом у нас будет Бейт Амикдаш с приходом Машиаха.
Can I ask a stupid question?
Never stupid question, yes.
How do we know that Mashiach is coming to this world? Maybe for us to see Mashiach.
Oh yeah? This question was asked in Gemara Sanhedrin.
What was the answer?
So it's like,
Huh?
What was the answer? Was there an answer?
Tell me, do you pray Shemona Esrei every day?
I pray for myself every day. Yes, I pray for myself.
Okay, what does it mean, Mechayeh? Ametim.
Rise of the dead.
Why do they have to get up? To see Mashiach?
Why do I have to get up to see Mashiach?
Why do they have to get up? Shalom Aleichem. Huh? Are you with me or are you with the phone?
Maybe we're dead and Mashiach's gonna come. He's gonna wake us up.
Oh yeah? You just told me people have to die to see Mashiach, no?
Maybe that's our definition of that.
Their opinion to this, but no.
No.
No. The answer is Mashiach will come to live people. Even dead people will get up. Anyone has potential to be Mashiach, but if he passed away, he cannot be Mashiach. This is what says Rambam. Okay? So we learn from here one big thing.
It's Daniel.
Mashiach, you're being recorded, sir. Mashiach will come to live people. And dead people will get up to see Mashiach also. It's not to see Mashiach, people will die. Even if people will die, they have to get up. Do you understand, sir? Okay, let's go further. This is according to Ramban.
One more question.
Sure, sir.
I heard when big city they came, they come in any kind of Bet Knesset, like the whole entire place, it if the place is very dark, right? Any so the king comes in and
Shehinah.
everything comes like it lights up.
There is Shekinah inside.
Yeah. How does that happen? Everything lights up when some big comes in the room.
Вопрос серьезный.
Can you ask one more time?
So when anybody that any big tzaddik and there's a bunch of people in the room, they're praying and they're in the Bet Knesset, and one big rabbi or something comes in the room, and the room is very dark at the time, and then when the Talmid Chacham rabbi comes in the room, the whole place lights up.
Spiritual.
Yeah.
You're talking about spiritually, but I'll tell you, there was a case that happened physically as well. With Rabbi Yochanan, Gemara says in Gemara Brachot, when he opened his hands, the room got light. And why Gemara says happened to him? Because he was the last person from the second Beit HaMikdash. After that, nobody had that. But you should know one thing. When a person learns Torah truthfully, wherever he goes, even though in the dark place, he brings a lot of light. Okay? Why? Eitan, right? Yeah. Why like this? Because the whole world is like a movie theater. To see movie, you have to make the room dark. As soon as you put a little bit flashlight of light, movie disappears. You cannot see the movie anymore. Torah is a life. Torah is truth. Torah has special light. The world is fake. As soon as you have light of Torah, the fakeness is gone. Now you see the true light. Do you understand? Let's go further. V'zeu biyud midrash. And this is the explanation of the Midrash. כשאמר הקדוש ברוך הוא למשה, when Hashem said to Moshe, ועשו לי מקדש, Moshe made Mishkan, but Hashem told him to do Mikdash, sanctuary. ושכנתי בתוכם, and I will be dwelling in them. נתקשר למשה, למה אמר מקדש ולא משכן? Moshe Rabbeinu was questioning why Hashem said Mikdash and not Mishkan. ועוד, למה אמר בתוכם ולא בתוכו? Also, why Hashem said, I will be dwelling in them and not in it. Should be one. תמיד קרא למקדש, משמע שהוא מקום קדוש להשארת שכינה. Since it says מקדש, it means it's a holy place for Hashem to put His Shehinah. וזה אי אפשר. That's impossible. How can you have in the world, in the land, physical world, place, holy place, that Hashem could say, aha, this holy place, I want to put my Shehinah there. Not possible, says Zera Shimshon. שהרי מקום זה של מדבר אינו כבוד להשלט שכינה. Because what they did in desert, today here, tomorrow there, they were not permanent in one place. They were traveling. So if you're traveling, there's no special designated place where Hashem could put the Shehinah. ואם נאמר שמקום זה אינו מקדש, but if you're telling me this place is not holy, אלא כפי זכות הצדיקים שיש בדור, but only because of tzadikim that they are in the generation, וכמו שכתוב, as it says, ושכנתי בתוכם, בתוכו לא נאמר. What it says, and I will be dwelling in them, waiting in mishkans, right? In the places. No! Hashem says, in tzadikim I will be dwelling. You make the holy mishkan, I will be dwelling in tzadikim. אלא בתוכם, as explains Al Shich HaKadosh. Im ken, ma tzorech lemishkan u'lemikdash. If Hashem dwells in the tzadikim, why do I need to build mishkan and mikdash? Why to waste time to build building? Sit at home, learn Torah. Hashem comes inside of you. Do you understand the question? If Hashem comes in tzadikim, Hashem should give the Fuah Shlema, Baruch Raphael, Ben Nekadam. V'chen yhi ratzon, amar amen. Thank you, Rabbi Avraham. Hashem should answer all your tefillot, all your wishes should come true by Zad Hashem. So the answer is, We're approaching close to 8 o'clock.
Oh shit.
I think the Kanye is ready already.
10 minutes. וזהו שאמר. Now, what did Moshe Rabbeinu say? כבודו של הקדוש ברוך הוא. I never saw this statement before in my life. You know, you say to somebody, כבוד המלך, honor of the king. To rabbi, you say, כבוד הרב, honor of the rabbi. I never saw anyone say in the world, כבודו של הקדוש ברוך הוא. Only one person can say, who? Moshe Rabbeinu. Why? Because we saw Hashem face to face. פנים בפנים דיבר עם אלוקים. Only he can say this statement, nobody else. כבודו של הקדוש ברוך הוא. מלא העליונים והתחתונים. Honor of his honor of Hashem. Who is filling up the upper world and the lower world. והוא אומר, עשה לי משכן. And Hashem tells me to build a mishkan, sanctuary. דמשמע ששוכן שם דרך הרי בעלמא. Means Hashem will be dwelling there for temporary time. ואם זה, המקום אינו מקודש אלא מחמת הצדיקים שבדור, and if this mishkan is holy because of the tzadikim of the generation, הלא הצדיקים משכינים השכינה בכל העולם. When tzaddik brings shechina, he brings shechina to the whole world, not only to the mishkan. ומה צורך למשכן? If so, why do I need to build mishkan? If tzaddik could bring, now, where tzaddik? He's everywhere. You know, Rav David Feinstein passed away. What did they say? Rav David Feinstein used to make shopping for Shabbat himself. 91, 92-year-old.
Wow.
He himself. What does that mean? When he came to the store, he brought Shekhinah with him. So if he walks around, wherever he walks around, and he brings Shekhinah with him,
Hashem is helping you.
why do I need Mishkan for? Did you ever think tomorrow morning you're going to walk outside and you see any rabbi by yeshiva and you say, wow, 1 second, this guy has inside him Shekhinah. If so, now I understand when he comes to the room, I stand up. Because there's Shekinah in himself. Right? Or else, why do we stand up? Why do we stand up then? We stand up because of the Shekinah. Make sense or no?
Because of Torah, what he has inside of him.
The Torah has what? Shekinah. No Torah, no Shekinah, right? Okay. ועוד, Kasha Kusha Arishona, also, he asked another first question. Lama karo mikdash? Why Hashem called it mikdash? If he's doing mishkan, we asked, why do you need mishkan for? The first question was, why you call it mikdash, and he's building mishkan? Mishumach Yosef, therefore he added, עוד היה מסתכל ששלמה בונה בית המקדש, שהוא גדול מן המשכן. He says, 1 second, Hashem told me to build Mishkan, Mikdash. Shlomo HaMelech is building Mikdash, big Beit HaMikdash, and I'm building small one, Mishkan. ולמה הוא גדול? לפי שהוא מכוון. No, stop. What was bigger? Whatever Moshe Rabbeinu built in the desert, Mishkan, or whatever Shlomo HaMelech built in Yerushalayim, Mikdash? Which one was bigger? Shlomo HaMelech was bigger. Why? Why Shlomo HaMelech was bigger? Huh? Everyone sees me? I want to tell something deep. Shlomo HaMelech's Mikdash was designated. It's my fault. I'm moving around. Good? Don't move. Shlomo HaMelech's Beit HaMikdash was designated straight under the Beit HaMikdash of Shamayim. This is why he had to build certain measurements. Center of the spot. Same Beit HaMikdash in this world, same Beit HaMikdash in Shamayim. The same dimensions. It's straight under it. Therefore, Shlomo HaMelech was bigger, because it was straight under. One more time. משמע הוסיף, עוד היה מסתכל ששלמה בנה בית המקדש שהוא גדול מן המשכן. ולמה הוא גדול? לפי שהוא מכוון כנגד בית המקדש של מעלה, כדכתיב, וזה שער השמיים. What Yaakov said, he was sleeping there. He said, how did I sleep over here? This is the gate of Shamayim. He saw wherever his head is, the same thing his head over there, gate is opening. Shalom Aleichem, Baruchim Habayim. וזה שער השמיים. And this was the gate of שמיים. והיה לנו לומר, and we could say, שזה ודאי הוא מקום מיוחד להשראת השכינה מעולם ועד עולם. That this is for sure the place that Shehinah stays there forever and ever. Why? Because it's straight under the בית המקדש in שמיים. ואף על פי כן, מצינו שאמר שלמה, and still we found that שלמה המלך said, כי האומנם ישב אלוהים על הארץ. He built, שלמה המלך built straight בית המקדש. Under the בית המקדש of שמיים says, really Hashem Shehinah will come down to the earth? Guys, we're done in 6-7 minutes. But it's something deep over here. Can't be that Hashem Shehinah will be straight coming down to the world. Rashi and Radak. Rashi and Radak פילשו שהוא הווה אמינא התימה וכי איך אפשר שישב אלוהים על הארץ אם השמיים ושמיים לא יחלחלוהו. Is it possible that Hashem can come down and sit in the earth, which is small, tiny, if the whole Shamayim cannot fill up space for Hashem? ואז אמר משה, and now, then Moshe Rabbeinu said, ומה אם בית המקדש שהוא יותר מן המשכן? If בית המקדש is bigger than משכן, שהוא מכוון נגד של מעלה, which is straight under the בית המקדש of the שמיים, אפילו אחי שלמה היה מטמיע, שאפשר לשכינה לשרות שם, and שלמה המלך is wondering, can שכינה be in בית המקדש, which is bigger? He says, my משכן is smaller. So for sure in my משכן, שכינה cannot be there. משכן על אחת כמה וכמה. ואם כן, אין תימה. If so, you can't be wondering. אם קראו מקדש, שאמר ועשו לי מקדש. Now you cannot ask questions why it says מקדש and is building משכן. Because that one is straight under it. And he is not under the בית המקדש. שאפילו מקדש, ממש אין עשו לשכינה שכינה מחמת המקום. And even you say, Hashem told me to build mikdash, still Shekhinah cannot be there. Why? Because it's too small for Shekhinah to be there. ומקדש ומשכן הכל אחד. מקדש and משכן, same thing. והכל תלוי בצדיקים שבדור. And who it depends on if Shekhinah will be there or not? On the tzadikim. שהם הממשיכים את השכינה. Because they are the ones who drag down the Shekhinah. Because man shehem ba'olam, as long as they still in this world. Still, even though tzaddikim that dragging Shekhinah to this world, we need designated place for Shekhinah. Ulchen amar, therefore, what did Moshe Rabbeinu said? Yoshev beseter elyon. Who? Al kol briyotau. The one who sits on above hidden, he's the one sitting on top of all the creations, above everyone. Kelomar, hashchina mamash ena bemakom. Shechina itself is not here. Ela ruchaniyut nimshach sham mechamad tzadikim. Zera Shimshon is saying something that I really...
They timing so they cannot hear you.
Really? Why? Cannot be. No, it's fine.
They cannot hear.
Mute and unmute. See if that works.
Let me go over there and check.
Technical support.
It was fine, Rabbi. It was fine.
It was fine. Thank you, Rabbi Baruch Avraham. We miss you.
It means we're here with the boys.
Okay. And we have space for your boys also. Okay. No more. You know what Zera Shimshon says? Real Shekhinah, you don't have in this world. So 1 second. Why do we say Kaddish when there are 10 people? Why do we take out Sefer Torah? Why do we go pray by Kotel Ma'aravi? He says, Shekhinah always stays up there. Yoshev beseter elyon. Hashem is sitting always up there. But tzaddikim, they bring the spirituality, the holiness of Shehinah down to this world. It's like, sun, right? Gives heat, and through the clouds there are some lights going. Those lights that what tzaddikim bring down, not from sun, the Avdil, from Hashem, from Shehinah, they bring down the spirituality of the Shehinah to this world, because Shehinah himself cannot come to this world, says Zera Shimshon. And I'll read these words. Ulchen אמר יושב בסתר עליון הוא על כל בריאותיו. כלומר, השכינה ממש אינה במקום. שכינה itself is not here. אלא רוחניות נמשך שם מחמת הצדיקים. The spirituality of Shehinah is dragged down here because of the power of tzaddikim. הממשיכים עליהם רוחניות הקדושה של מעלה. Where tzaddikim bring down Shehinah? To בית המקדש or to themselves? To themselves. Stop for a second. I'll tell you one thing. Whenever you talk to your wife in the house, you bring Shehinah to your house. How do we call it? Hashem told Moshe Rabbeinu what to build? Mishkan. What's Mishkan? From dwelling. So Beit HaMikdash, even Mishkan, it's already secondary Kedusha there. Where was the first Kedusha? The person who dragged it into his house, that was Avraham Avinu and Sarah Imenu. Ishmi Shazachu, Shehinah Benehem. Husband and wife, they respect each other. Hashem's light is in their house. Every second when you talk to your wife, or she talks to you, ask yourself a question, is Hashem between us? This is what I'm doing, is Hashem between us? This question, what the world is standing for. אבל השכינה לעולם היא יושבת בסתר. Hashem's light is only coming down here, but he himself sits above. דהיינו בשמי השמיים. In שמיים. והמדרש סמך זה על פסוק. And this midrash is close to the pasuk. ועשו ארון עצי שיטים. And do to me Aron HaKodesh from the acacia tree. 1 second. To build the Mishkan, how many materials they used? Orot elim, meodamim, orot techashim, atzei shitim. How many? Two opinions. Degel Machane Ephraim quotes opinion of 13. He says these 13 objects, 13 materials is like 13 13 ways to learn Torah. Yud Gimel, Ikarim, Kelalim, that we learn Torah, Gezerah Shava, Kal Vachomer, Binyan Av. 13 ways of learning. Okay? And according to Chida is 15. 15 objects we use. Why? Because it says Orot Elim is not one, it's two things. Orot Techashim is two things, okay? So he says, why 15? He says the only time 3 fathers at the same time they were alive in this world is only 15 years. At the time when Avraham Avinu, Yitzchak Avinu, and Yaakov Avinu were alive, only until Yaakov became 15. After he became 15, Avraham Avinu died. So because of that was the best spices to Hashem. So Hashem said, bring to me something where the chain of three connections were life. As it says in the pasuk, Kechut HaMeshulash lo bimera yinatek. When you have 3 strings attached, you cannot rip it easily. You cannot break it easily. So this 3 is who? Avraham Avinu, Yitzchak Avinu, and Yaakov Avinu. How many years they were together? 15. Therefore 15 objects. After this, now we could go further to finish. Close it. What we're talking about. We're confusing people today, right? Mikdash, Mishkan, Yes, no, Shehinah there, Shehinah not there. What are we trying to do today? How are we going to summarize the case today, guys? What's going on? What, Rav Akilov was bored to bring you here to confuse you? Are you ready to conclude? Yeah? והמדרש סמך זה על פסוק ועשו ארון עצי שיטים כמו שכתבנו לעיל בסמוך בטעם 3 ארונות שעשה בצלאל. As we learned, 3 ארונות, 3 ארון הקודש did בצלאל. דהואיל שאף הצדיקים מוכרחים לפעמים להשתמש בארון של עץ כנ"ל. Who remembers what were the 3 ארונות? How many ארון הקודש were there? 1. How many materials it had inside? Gold. Then what? Wood. And then? Again gold. Gold, wood, gold. Why? Why?
No.
It's 3. No, he made 3 different shelves. He made 1 shelf.
You said material.
You're right. I made a mistake. 3 shelves. How many shelves? 3 shelves. Thank you. I gotta be particular to when I'm talking, you know. So gold was outside. Torah says a Talmid Chacham should look beautiful. Walk in the street, walk because it's Talmid Chacham. But still he has to be wood. Humble. Like wood. Don't be too much, I'm gold. But when you're too humble, you're going to lose yourself. You're going to say, oh, I'm nobody. He says, no, still gold. Why? Because I'm somebody. So when you are thinking good about yourself, don't forget that you still have to be humble. This is one answer. You know what says? Who built the Aron HaKodesh? Moshe Rabbeinu had hard time understanding all these structures. Who helped him? Betzalel. Why Hashem made Betzalel to do it? Because his grandfather gave his blood for it. His name was Hur. Miriam's son, Betzalel ben Uri ben Hur. Betzalel's father was Uri. His father's name was Hur. And Hur's mother was Miriam. Betzalel was great-grandson of Miriam. Wow. Because his grandfather died, that they shouldn't do idol worshipping to golden calf, Hashem said, I will make your grandson. He died when he was 18. He helped Moshe Rabbeinu, Betzalel. Betzalel died when he was 18. He helped Moshe Rabbeinu to build a Mishkan, Aron, everything, menorah. So when Moshe Rabbeinu was building, he began building material first. He said, 1 second, if you don't know the size of the apartment, how do you know what kind of furniture to bring in? He said, stop, how do you know this? Betzalel laughed. He said, when Hashem spoke to me, you were under the shadow of Hashem. How do you say shadow in Hebrew? Tzel. And Hashem El, Betzel El. He says, you were under the shadow of Hashem and Hashem spoke to me.
Wow.
Rashi quotes. Okay. ללך אחר, now. דהואיל שבע צדיקים מוכרחים לפעמים להשתמש בארון של עץ. You know, I'll tell you one thing. Tzadik, in this world, he has to be humble. But sometimes he need parnasa also. ללך אחר הנאות העולם הזה לקיום גופם. He has to go and he has to make parnasa, sometimes get a little bit gold here, a little bit gold there, in order to survive. ועוד לפעמים צריכים להכניב לרשע וכדומה. And sometimes, okay, the parnasa is a wood part, but sometimes he has to raise up the tzaddik, the rasha, so rasha should not cause him harm. How can you tzaddik cause rasha to talk good about him? ואינם יכולים להיות תמיד זהב טהור. And sometimes tzaddik speaks good about rasha, and he becomes like a dirty gold. You cannot remain clean gold. When someone is a bad guy, you're scared of him and you say good things about him. ומשום אחי, הוצלח מקום מיוחד להשלת השכינה שיהיה תמיד מקודש. So now, even though this tzaddik who brings down the Shehinah, sometimes he talks good about rasha and he becomes dirty gold. Once he's dirty gold, Shehinah cannot be in him. But Shehinah has to be somewhere, right? So where is Shehinah now? In Aron HaKodesh. ועוד, להורות להם שמה שיעשו, על צד ההכרח הותר להם, כי כן אינו מן הראוי שישב על אלוהים בארץ. כמו שאמר שלמה אף על פי, כן כתיב ושכנתי בתוכם לכבוד הצדיקים. It's not proper for Hashem to be in the ground. Sorry, I pushed back. It's not proper for Hashem Shekhinah to be in the ground. So therefore, Shlomo HaMelech said Hashem Shekhinah will be in the ground. Really, Hashem Shekhinah is in Aron HaKodesh. But even though sometimes tzaddik praises Rasha and becomes like a dirty goat, still Hashem says what? I put my Shekhinah inside of tzaddikim. Lechavod betocham lichvod tzaddikim. Hashem puts His Shekhinah in among Klal Yisrael because of the tzaddikim. Who is the tzaddik? Who is the tzaddik, guys? What do you think? Tzaddik is the one who sits only 24/7 learning Torah, learning Gemara? That's the best thing to do. But to become tzaddik, you don't have to go that far. Tzaddik is who makes warm environment in his house, in his work, in his business. What do you mean warm environment? When people feel that they keep Torah or mitzvot, feeling happy. When you and your wife are happy, when you and your children are happy, when you and your parents are happy, everyone is happy around you. You build good communication, happy communication. That is tzaddik. Hashem should help us. And through this, Be'ezrat Hashem should give the Refuah Shlema to the Abraham's father. Be'ezrat Hashem, the Refuah Shlema, Father Nefesh, Father Guf. V'cheni Ratzon v'nomar. Amen.